All right, well, let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is episode whatever of the 9 to 5 Fitness Podcast. Gab, how are you? How did you sleep, mate?
Mate, I'm unreal. Mood 10 out of 10.
Yeesh.
Sleep absolutely shocking. Had about 4 hours last night. Got the Uber home, mate. Couple of drinks, straight into bed, hungover as. So really bad on the sleep side. How did you sleep and how are you, mate?
Yeah, slept horribly. I was violently hungover today, but we had a big day and a big day of content because we have the big boy here, the beer drinker, the 2 games suspended, absolute good friend of ours, and we love him.
Not
Prime
mine.
Train or Tommy Bolsh. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate.
How did you sleep?
Oh,
Yeah.
mate, I actually slept fantastically last night. Same as we had a little bit of a night on the Terps, which was good. Went out for dinner. Gab paid for it all. I haven't paid him back yet. I'm not sure if that's gonna beam it or Venmo.
It's all right. You look pretty, so yeah, you don't have to pay me back. It's all good, mate. You just sit there, do your thing, and Daddy will pay for the bills. Okay?
I've been a bit of strife today because I haven't done a lot of help around with the content or anything. I've just done accept the collaboration. So I will pay you back and I will do some more work when you come to Queensland to help me out.
Just happy to be there kind of thing.
Real
Yeah.
clubman type person.
Yep.
Not too much with 2 weeks suspension, I guess.
Yeah,
So-
well, you cut loose, mate.
Yeah,
Enjoy
absolutely.
it. Welcome to the new studio. Now, this is just the beginning of what is going to be a big studio. We're going to really build this up and hopefully get, keep building on the guests and keep growing. We've had some big podcasts lately. Gab, how are you finding it?
Yeah. Who did we have that was big?
Dylan Buckley.
Oh, yeah, he was cool. That was really awesome. But I'm excited for this podcast here. We're a couple of alcoholics training like bodybuilders, so I'm excited to get into it. Are we going out tonight as well?
Yeah.
Is the Pope Catholic? I think that's what they say.
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
That's the bear. Yeah, I like that one.
If you guys don't know Prime Train, he's got 2 things he overuses. He says, "Is the Pope Catholic?" and he says, "Say less."
Well,
And Louis is unreal.
Yeah.
Louis just says unreal for every second
Gab
word.
doesn't talk that much. So
Gab
we
just
haven't
doesn't
figured
speak,
out
mate.
what, we haven't figured out yet
Mate,
what
if-
Gab's saying is.
Meet at the dinner table. So what do you say?
Grandma's cooking.
Yeah.
Literally fell asleep. First time, just for everyone playing at home, first time Gab meets Prime Train, he comes in because Gab was out. Prime came over. We were having a couple of beers. Gab walks in and goes, "I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I need a 15-minute power nap."
I couldn't believe it. Gab comes in like, first time I met this bloke, like we kind of conversed a little bit on social media. I'm like, "Mate, so great to meet you. Like, can't wait to spend some time with you." Like, just don't touch me. I'm going to sleep for 15 minutes, going to go upstairs for a nap. And he's upstairs for 45 minutes, napping, comes down. And he's good to go, but God, it was a weird first encounter.
Well, no, I didn't. It wasn't as awkward as that, in my opinion. I literally said, "Look, I'm really sorry to be antisocial. I just need a quick nap. I'm so tired. I'm going to be flat as a tack if I don't have this power nap." So I actually had a 20-minute power nap. Had the heels elevated, had the earplugs in, the eye mask on, just a good recharge. While we were at dinner, I was still asleep. But when we got to the club, it was good.
It was
vibes.
actually I was like, "Oh, it's fair enough. He's had a pretty big day. Like he must have been working all day." And I said, "What have you been up to all day?" He said, "I've been playing squash and then I had 1 beer." So it doesn't really work out for me. I don't understand why you were so tired.
1 beer rocked you.
One
Like,
beer.
when you're a high performance athlete, like the short little spurts really take it out of you. You wouldn't know it. So.
Yeah, only come out with 1 hammy.
Lads, this is a lot of boys chat, and it'll be painful to listen to. So let's we've got some questions. We want to hear about you, mate. Obviously, you do like an athletic form or style of training, which has kind of taken the Australian fitness scene by off their feet. How did you start with that? Like, what got you into training like an athlete?
So I get this question a lot. So it actually happened when I was a youngin, and I got injured a lot playing footy. Obviously, one of our favourite sports here on 9 to 5 and Prime. I broke my leg once. I tried to take a hanger, think I was big legend. Come down, break my leg. Didn't know where the ground was. Did a few injuries past that as well, hamstring, quad, all that sort of stuff. And I realised that my training wasn't transferable to my sport. And that's kind of how I got into the athletic training. I teach myself how to change direction, land, and my training's more based off transferability, like performance based, but also like becoming durable and staying on the park for longer as well.
I mean, it's a funny one. Like I can imagine, I do plyometric stuff in the gym.
I've liked seeing it lately. It's been good.
Thank you. In order, I've been doing it for a while. Just doesn't do very well on social media, to be honest, for me. No one really cares about it. But
You need to have your shirt off, I think. That's
Yeah.
that's the
More of
only way to get the Gab knows all about it. We are all
Something
sitting
like
here
that.
with our shirts off if you're
Yeah.
if you're
Bunch
playing
of
along at
dickheads.
home. They look pretty good though.
How do you like continue with that? Like I do a little bit of plyometric stuff, but like it's enjoyable, but I can't imagine structuring a whole training regime just around that. Like I would get so bored. Do you have like a really rigorous, 6-week personal you program?
Yeah.
Or do you?
Yeah, so the way that I work it, like I think that a lot of people get confused with it, thinking that I'm always just doing plies. Like it's the only bloody thing that I do. Like obviously there's some shoulder press, bench press, all that. Like we were doing bench press today, and then you called me a fraud and a sellout for doing bench press, but we still do that sort of stuff. Like it's not like, but obviously the things that do catch the attention and the eye of people on social media do have to be a little bit more flashy for my message to get out there, I think.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the one arm resistance band, tongue out, kettlebell.
Handstand.
Which will be
knee extension, elbow flexion.
That's not not your go though, is it?
No, I like it. Yeah, if you saw the latest reels, you'd know what we're talking about.
100%. Choose your fighter, I guess.
Yeah, choose your fighter. Yeah.
So you would have copped. I know you have.
You are, yeah.
Over the times, a lot of hate.
I reckon you cop more hate than us, which is pretty rare.
Yeah, it's
rare.
it's different, and I've actually been really happy lately with the beer drinking situation that I had on social media, because it's the first time I've had some support on social media behind me. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Anyway, so yeah, no, it's tough. I guess the way that you deal with it is just think, who cares kind of thing. Like it's easy to say, and a lot of people like, but yeah, I just don't really. You guys deal with it as well. How do you deal with it?
Oh, we're together with it.
They're usually just some little runt who hasn't seen the light of day for about 18 months, and they've got clinically low testosterone. They got a neck beard. They've probably never spoken to a woman before, and it's just they're like, you gutless, throatless, spineless
dog.
You dog.
Fucking, how dare you put that on social media?
How dare you fucking try to help someone, you little piece of weasel.
Spineless dog.
Just like, you got to take it, you look at them and it's like a fake account. It's
How funny is it when you go onto their accounts and they've either got no profile picture, no videos, or like 55, and like just the weirdest units.
Mate, yeah. It's unbelievable. Like, genuinely, some of the videos I put so much effort into helping people, like guiding young students into meal prepping, into this is what you need to buy from the supermarket.
Comes from such a good place.
This is how much it costs. This is how many macros are in it. This is how to do it. Look, let me hold your hand. Let me buy the groceries. Let me chew the food for you. And there's some little runt in there going, you little spineless sellout. You, like, oh, this was hard to watch. Oh, like they just try to find, honestly, like you just can't help those people. They probably go to bed angry, honestly. Like
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how you can have so much hate. Like if you're one of those people out there that are bloody commenting things on other people's social media that negative, like you're a loser. I'm sorry. Like I think you're a flog.
Yeah.
You summed it up perfectly. I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Runt with a neck beard.
Kind of person, no one knows your name, buddy. You stay
But
angry, you live your sad little life, and...
So how do you deal with hate? Like, because you mate, you get a lot.
I do cop it a lot.
And I'll let you know I love you. I hope you're good, brother.
Well, I had one that Lou really liked, and I didn't like when I did it because I try to keep as professional as I possibly can when I'm on social media. Like I really do.
It's gone out the window for us.
I'll
tear into y'all.
Slowly just decline my professionalism as I've gone along. But I really try to keep a professional tone of voice, so then like everybody else like takes me seriously. And one day this bloke says, I'd rather jump out of a plane than watch your content, and tagged me in a story. And I was and it was after I just had a boxing fight as well. So I was really up and about. My testosterone, I was ready to go anyway. So I comment back and do a story back. I said, mate, if I saw you in the street, like I would have no idea who the hell you are, and you would know exactly who I am, so you can go and get fucked. Pretty much.
Perfect.
Exactly.
So
and
true.
I didn't like it. I thought that was a bit too far, but you liked it.
Oh, mate, I got straight on the comms to you and said that is unreal. That's the content I'm here for. That is the content.
I've had a few DMs where people call me like a faggot or something like that, or say like I'm some disgusting slur, just like saying you're a fucking faggot, something like that. And those are horrible words. So like we don't agree with homophobia. Like it's just disgusting. And I literally screenshotted and put it on my story. And they DM me, bro, I was joking. Like please take it down. I've like we probably have like a few cult followings. I probably have like one of the strongest cult followings. And I got all my followers messaging, mate, fuck this guy, and they're all messaging him, telling me how much of a bad here. It's like, bro, like there are you can't just send me that message and have I remember Zach Fisher, like someone commented on, I can't remember who it was. It was an Indigenous footballer, but someone like called him some disgusting name, and like they literally screenshot it, put it on the story. Like people like that, there's ramifications to you talking shit. Honestly,
another big one is I find I've seen you get it as well. We've had the same guy message us where it's like these it's like, oh, can you please like keep this anonymous, but I want to do this and this to you, or I'll give you this amount of money to do like X, Y, Z to you.
Weird.
And it's like, bro, just because you say like, oh, can you keep this anonymous? No, I don't want to get that fucking message. Like, you know, I'm not gay. Like, like
now you do have a bit of a gay following.
Yeah, a pretty big one.
And we love that we are LGBT.
We're allies.
We are allies of that community.
But just don't message us like really weird stuff.
But I think that we should all just make it known to that community that we are all straight males.
Yeah, and you're probably not going to turn me, hey?
No, yeah, exactly.
A couple of drinks, though, and anything, hey? No, I'm kidding. Please.
That's a joke. That was a joke.
That was a joke.
Anyway, I think that's just a good message to send to the community because sometimes, anyway, with topic conversation.
Professional-wise, so you get a bit of hate.
Yep.
Bit of this, bit of that. You also have a lot, you've helped a huge amount of people.
100%.
Do you have like a metric for that, or do you, how do you gauge that you've helped people? Do you have a big following?
Yeah, so I guess the best way and something that I'm very fortunate and grateful for is I've never had a bad review on Google. So I've had over 100 reviews on Google, and none of them have been less than 5 stars.
Not until this podcast, mate.
Please don't, guys. Please don't go.
Yeah, they're all 5-star if you delete the bad ones.
You can't delete the bad ones on Google. I don't think you. Well, anyway, I'm yet to have bad ones. So
you don't have tech friends, man.
Anyone that's ever bought the program or been involved in the program has really, really enjoyed it. They've gotten great results. Even I've showed you guys some results, and you guys are quite.
I remember on our website, someone's like, best shorts or best something, best. Just amazing, 3 stars.
Really?
Mate, what else do we have to do, bro?
What else You're a dog. You're a dog. Bro, so someone actually gave me a 4-star review, and I messaged him. I said, why'd you give me 4 stars? He said, oh, sorry, I thought it was a 5-star. And he changed it to a 5-star. So maybe you should message him. Seriously, message that person or guy or girl.
I'll knock on his door.
I'll go find him.
We've got the customer database where those shorts went to. I'm travelling to South Australia, mate.
I think you should get onto him because it's definitely people do look at your reviews a lot of the time and get onto you about it. So anyway.
Where do you live, mate? You are everywhere. I've seen you in Sydney, as in we've caught up in Sydney, which was a great time.
We will talk about that later.
We can,
sure.
Maybe we'll do a part 2, guys.
Yeah, I think
the part 2 we just absolutely cut loose.
This is too much lads chat. Let's get into it.
Yeah,
so where do you live? Like where are you stationed? Where are you playing footy? Tell us about your life.
So I'm living. Oh, that's a great sound.
Oh yeah,
isn't it? God, we love that. So I live currently in Noosa at the moment, and I travel around a lot. Obviously, I work with a lot of pro athletes, so I'm lucky enough to work with them around all places of Australia. So I'm in Adelaide next week, working with some of the Port Adelaide boys. I'm in obviously Melbourne this week and working with Tom Mitchell and a few of the Hawthorn boys this weekend, which I'm very fortunate to do. And in Sydney, I've got some soccer players there as well, and I'm in LA and New York and stuff because I've got some D1 basketballs and stuff in there. So lucky enough to travel around a fair bit, and the business just pays for it. So very good.
So are you a private company? Is that what you've registered?
I'm a proprietary limited, I believe.
Yes, that's a private company.
Proprietary. Prime Train.
PTY Ltd.
Yeah, Prime Train Pty Ltd.
You got an accountant?
With a dot. Yeah, it cost me $1,000. It was
Is that all?
Best
for the year?
Best $1,000 I've ever spent.
Mate, ours is like 10 grand a year, I reckon.
What, to pay to register your business name?
No. Do you have an accountant who does? Do you even pay taxes?
I do my own Xero files.
Mate.
Don't you do your own Xero?
Yeah, I do, but you need an accountant to file the company tax return.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, of course. I've got an account. I use my dad's account, actually.
Oh, yeah. Daddy's money.
Daddy's money.
Daddy's got the house on the Noosa waterfront with the speedboat out the front.
I actually own my own house
and the Range Rover.
So you just watch your mouth.
I want to talk about that, actually.
Yes.
So what is it? Is it like a tent in
So I've actually
Noosa
just
Camping Reserve? The Trap House?
So we've got Noosa National Park. No, I've actually bought a house up in North Queensland. It's $387 a week mortgage. that I pay the bank, and then $600 a week rent. So
That's
for
fantastic,
4 people
mate.
living in it, and yeah. So we were talking about financial literacy, I believe, before,
Yeah.
and I think that's
Good
something
term.
that we don't learn about a lot in school, but something you could probably touch on. I guess you're quite a numbers man.
Yeah, I don't want to go into personal
Don't go into
messages,
too much depth.
but
Yeah.
I guess I
Yeah,
don't want
you
to dig
can't.
myself a hole here. Like,
Don't.
yeah, I can't talk about it, but I just realized that obviously I've got a finance degree, I've got an economics degree, and financial literacy and what to do with your money and how to budget and certain things to allocate your funds in is something that I've kind of always understood. You know, working for your own money. My parents didn't really give me handouts or anything like that. Just kind of making your own money and doing your own thing. So I kind of had to learn, all right, what's the best way to budget, spend my money and whatnot, and get financially literate. But I also understand that a lot of people weren't afforded those same opportunities,
Yeah.
probably didn't have the same education. So I think financial literacy and all of that is something really, really important. Particularly, we've got a young male audience here to get onto early. So
Yeah, I think the message I'm trying to say to you is like, or to say to everybody, is just to be very smart about your money. Like, don't go out if you get a payout. Don't go and buy. You know, be smart with it. Do something
Yeah.
smart with it, and learn about it. Like, learn about how money works.
I think
Spend
this
your
is a
time
really
on
good
it.
topic because Louis and I were quite similar. When we were 18, we were working hard. Like, I had my first job out of uni, mate. I would save every bloody dollar. I'd pay for my car. I'd pay for a few essentials. But, mate, I was pocketing 80% of that. I would not be spending any of it. And that gave me a head start. You know, I'd hit the first 10K, then the 20K, then a few more after that. And that just gives you a head start in life, I reckon.
Yeah.
And once you get like kind of 50K or something like that put aside, you can start investing money into certain things. You can buy a car, you can buy whatever, you know, you move out, you can invest into a business like we did and just start. It's almost like a video game or something. Start
It
kind of
is.
building your empire.
More options. And we were
Yeah.
talking about this last night, Tommy, where it's just like, hey, how fucking lucky are we to be able to just go out for dinner? Like,
Yeah.
we're not worried about, like, of course, we are financially literate and
Yes.
we're concerned with our spending, but we don't have to stress about that stuff. And that's probably the work you do early to be able to do that, especially at our age. I mean, you're 22. You've just bought your first house, mate. Congratulations. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Do you reckon that's a big, I mean, obviously it is, you know, a big part through Prime Train
Yes.
and the business
Yeah.
you created?
Yeah, 100%. That's all through Prime Train. Actually, really, TikTok, thank the Lord for them, because they gave me that platform kind of to work off. And it's crazy. I think I've heard you guys say it, but like, you can post one video and it can completely change your life. Like, just I'd recommend for anyone, whatever you can post.
I want to touch on something. In the early days when 9 to 5 was just kicking off, we'd post like a running program video. And back then we had a running program for $5. And mate, we put blood, sweat and tears into that thing. It was a bloody good, like it was worth way more than $5. And we'd post like a video and it had like 100K views in an hour. And mate, our Shopify notifications were broken. It was only $5, but I reckon 1,000 people bought it.
It's incredible.
5 times 1,000 of just a running program.
And was that in COVID?
Yeah, during
Yeah.
COVID, mate. Like our Shopify notifications were bloody broken, and that's customers that are in your database. Like they're invested, they're followers, so they're buying more programs and things like that. Like a couple of, they might be getting a running program and a meal plan or something, like getting some shorts. Like that is seriously, like when we were working for $25 an hour or something like that. You know, it's crazy how much you can scale that. Like instead of working 8 hours for $25 an hour, you're making $200 or something like that. You can get creative. A video goes off and you sell a bunch of programs, which are good programs, and you make $5,000 in one day. Like it's unbelievable what this stuff can do.
It's incredible. It's incredible. Yeah, I agree with what you touched on. We are super lucky and super grateful, and obviously thanks to everyone that's involved, I guess, with the social media side and buying the program and stuff, because we couldn't do it without everybody.
So we were out last night and met a few people, and people love you, mate. Like it's so good to see. Do you find it's always a positive kind of interaction when you're meeting people? When you're out?
It's an interesting one. I'll touch on it with you guys as well. But yeah, it's an interesting one, because sometimes people are like, I'm not actually sure if they're taking the piss or being serious, but I'll meet every single person and greet every single person with like, hey mate, how you doing? Or like, you know, I really, you know, even if they're taking the piss, yeah, I love your TikToks. I don't know if they're being serious or not, but I'll always meet it with like appreciation and like love back to them. And then all the time, if they are taking the piss, they'll generally say, oh, you know, you're actually quite a nice guy kind of thing. Like, and I think that that's just the best way to go about it. Like, so yeah, no, it's really good. It's positive. I get a fair bit of people kind of, oh, you've seen you on TikTok. Like you guys got last night when we walked along Chapel Street and you're the guy from TikTok.
Nah, not me. That's my twin brother. I want to talk about bad interactions for a second.
Okay.
Have you had any bad interaction? Yeah, like have you two had? Sorry,
Directions.
mate. I've got
Directions.
sorry. When you, I don't know what kind of. Yeah, sorry.
We did meet some.
Wait, we'll mention that in the second podcast, lads.
Some New
Sorry,
Zealand girls.
let me just start again. Have any of you two had any bad interactions?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Bad interactions. I've had a couple of bad interactions with fans, but I always say I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter, so I won't ever.
Yeah, won't ever to do that for you. Cut that out.
No, we're not cutting shit out, brother.
Too much editing.
You go, Luke. You go next for the bad interaction.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in part 2, the missus kind of stuff, because you're actually not officially my missus.
All right, shut up.
I call it.
Get onto it, mate.
You talk about
Lads,
Paint. That's the second part.
Yeah, bad interactions. I played. Nothing to my face. Oh, actually, a couple.
In a game of footy.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that one.
I suppose just nothing really. I've had a few like to the face that aren't too bad, but it's when like I've passed them and they wait for me to be 20 metres down the road and then they start shouting things out like, you know, you're living in Gab's shadow and whatever, which is a common one I get.
Really? Is that what you get?
Yeah, fair bit. Anyway, so this other one though, the one that
listen to
kind
him,
of
Luke.
cut me, mate, bro, the one that cut me the most was I was playing a game out in some fucking country bumpkin town and we got thumped I had a mare. I don't think I touched it. Like it was just so bad. And then
happy to be
after,
there.
I was just happy to be there. Good
Get a
clubman.
kick.
Yeah, I did not get a kick. And after the game, like this kid from like the fucking 2s or 3s who was playing at like 9 a.m. that morning, who stuck around the club all day because he had nothing better to do. He DMs me, goes, bro, great game. Can I get a program? And I was driving back to Melbourne. It was like a 3-hour drive. I was just like, this is. I think I had like
mate.
XXX Tentacion on. I was like, my life sucks.
What is it?
Oh no.
God, it hurts. Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? I get a fair bit out on the field. So I've been playing up in Darwin and the first couple of weeks when no one really knew that I was playing up there, sometimes people would come up to me and they'd be like, oh, you're Prime. Oh, hey, bro, like kind of meet me and stuff. And then by the time we got to the end of the year, they were like, Prime, you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
You post this on your TikTok, you flog, you're a wanker. And it put me off a little bit when I was kicking for goals, like, because I'm thinking, like, it's just going through your head. Like, I'll just try to stick to what I know. But yeah, it definitely goes through your head when you're playing footy a lot.
I reckon I've only had one bad interaction, and that was the other weekend. And I told you straight away what happened. And I was with a girl, and she got very defensive over it as well. Mad props to her. But some guy goes, "Oh, Anabolic Gabe, can I get a flick?" And he starts grabbing me, and puts his arm around my shoulder. He was about 7 foot tall.
Drapes.
And then no, not Drapes. Drapes is a bloody
Shout out
legend.
to Drapes because
Shout
we
out to
do love him.
Drapes.
He was.
We'll chat part 2.
Cool,
Shut
cool.
up. So he goes up to me, can I get a flick? So he starts filming and he goes, oh, this is that poofter from TikTok. I'm like, mate, get fucked,
Really?
you
Is that what
absolute
he said?
pig. He goes, you're that poofter from TikTok. I'm like, mate, what is wrong with you? Like,
Dude.
and he starts like grabbing me, like actually grabbing me, and I just get fucked, mate. I'm like, he starts like filming me as I'm walking off, and he goes like, yeah, he's that poofter. I'm like, mate, no one knows who you are. You're just some homophobe.
Bro,
like, you're
but
disgusting.
also, like, it takes the bigger man to walk away from that.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap. Like, you could have just turned around and fucking clocked him.
So
No, it was 7 foot. I wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, no,
you could have, though. You could have turned around and clocked him.
I won my last fight by 100 meters.
I'll get my misso to do it for you.
Because you pointed him out to
I'm
me.
like, mate, he's that one.
He's
I was about to get security. We had plugs in that club. I was about to get him kicked out.
I'm like, what am I going to do? Anyway, he comes over to me, has a chat, and he goes, I think I pissed your mate off. But I was trying to slap him up. Like, I was, brother, like, hey, mate, you look fantastic. Because, like, we don't need a fight. Like, I'm not a fighter.
I'm not fighting.
I'm not fighting
No,
anyone.
I'm not
especially,
good
like,
at it.
some big.
People
anyway,
see me on
and
YouTube.
we got chatting, and he was telling me he was on all this gear. He was a fucking walking science experiment. And I'm standing there like I know what he's on. I'm on Anavar and Pest and Tranavar and Canavar and this level's that way.
Tran and Ben.
Van Len.
I've got fucking estrogen to the eyeballs.
My nipples are fucking. I'm lactating, mate. Like
he's
I'm
telling
not
me-
coming out in the eyeballs, mate.
And he's telling me all that. And I go, that's awesome, brother. You're looking good, though. Like, you look fantastic.
Yeah, how was he actually looking,
and
though?
a shit house. And he goes to me,
Drop like
he
a
goes to me,
bread
I think I pissed your mate off. I said, yeah, you were talking shit, weren't you? And he goes, oh, yeah. It's like funny. I was like, yeah, mate, what's the point, though?
Good
He's
on
like,
you,
nah,
fucking beanpole.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, you dickhead. He's fucking tugging his own dick when he gets home. That's what he's doing. I'm with a 9 out of 10 bird, mate. You're tugging your own dick. Have fun, brother.
Is that the same 9 out of 10 bird that keeps going, or is
No,
it?
mate, you're just being a homophobe. Honestly, like it comes down to it. Like you're a dickhead. Honestly, like I'm just not tolerating
Bad
that.
interactions are no fun as well because it's
Yeah.
like that's just one of those ones where you're like, you don't really know what to say back to him. It's kind of just like, whatever, mate. Good on you. You're a legend.
Jog on you, dog.
You're a legend, bro.
Well, what else? I want to know more about your kind of life and
I'm
more.
just gonna
like-
check the cameras. Sorry, like.
Oh yeah, all good. We'll keep rolling. I reckon. Just like hit them both. So I want to know like more about kind of like the business side of things, or just
Yeah.
like you and your life in terms of like why you train the way you do, and with the TikTok thing. Like I know I've spoken to you. You say like you have to get views, to get followers, to build your business. You have to kind of make some pretty crazy
Exactly.
assumptions and stuff. Like do you put mayo on a lot of things you say, or do you like how do you go about it?
It's tough. I wouldn't say I put mayo on it, but to a point, yes, 100%.
Yeah, same.
Like it's so funny because when people actually buy my programs, which we do, I think we have over 450 athletes on it right now, which is incredibly crazy number. So thanks to everyone that buys the programs. But they're very different to what they think they're going to be. So, they've got the trap bar deadlifts in there, they've got the bench press, all that sort of stuff that is really, really important. But a lot of what they see is like a single leg box jump and stuff. And that's still in the program. I'm not fake selling it or anything like that. But I definitely will put a little bit of mayo on, I guess you could call it mayo on some of the TikToks. I'm sure you kind of do a similar thing because you got to get views at the end of the day. And
100%.
virality is how
anyone
you get
who
followers.
thinks any creator doesn't is fucking delusional.
Oh,
like
100%.
it's irrelevant. So from like outside looking in, I haven't seen any of your programs. But like for me, I initially thought like, fuck, if I did this program, it would just be like plyometrics the whole time. It's not that though,
No,
is it? So break it down for me.
So like for an athlete program, what I would be running with is probably something like on a Monday we'd have like a lower body kind of day, and that'd be something like a half squat, all that sort of stuff. And then on so Tuesdays and Thursdays are more. Gav's just come in and just run over the bikes. He's a funny idiot. So on Monday we'll have like a leg day. Tuesday we'll have like an agility day, so you'll do a little bit more moving. Wednesday might be an upper body day. Thursday you might do some jumping focus or a power focus or something like that, where you might do some med ball throws. But like at the end of the day, all of my programs are personalized exactly to what the athlete wants. So they're all very, very different. Like both your programs will be very, very different, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that's what it should be. And you guys do personalized programs as well. And I think that is the most important thing for clients or members or whoever, because that's what they need. Like they need, everything needs to be individualized for that person.
So
One second. Do you guys want anything for dinner?
nah, I'm all good.
Right,
No,
I'm
I'm all
just
good.
gonna
I had
order.
some KFC.
Yeah, we had
Do you
some
want
capers.
anything, bro?
No, I'm getting Nando's, I reckon.
And anything else?
Don't know. What do you reckon? I should get Nando's or KFC?
Well, we
Nando's
already had KFC
already had
today.
KF.
Yeah, right. I'll get
Don't
Nando's.
you want to top yourself tonight?
God, you're embarrassing.
He's not serious about this shit.
I know. In
so-
the meantime, we're taking this very
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Professional.
Far out. It's
Keep-
lads
keep
chat.
going on the
I'm sorry to
conversation.
mum.
Sorry, guys.
Professional.
I'm sorry to mum who's listening to this.
Yeah, shout
Nah,
out to mum. She's
shout
a
out
big
mumsy.
fan, actually. My
Yeah.
mum will be watching as well, so shout out to Rachel.
How good are mums?
We
man?
love mums.
How good are mums? We had you know what? We were on Dylan Friends. We had
Yeah,
Dylan,
Dylan.
last week, and we go who's your hero? As a quick fire question.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
goes, my mum. I was, oh mate, fucking.
That's
well done.
hot.
That's hot.
Like,
Me
that's-
mum.
That's
what's
hot.
the opposite of an ick? Because that's it.
Green flag.
Green flag.
Huge
That's
green
a
flag.
massive green
Turn
flag.
on.
Yeah. Oh,
Turn on.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't mind
we are straight, but we can be turned on by other guys.
Dill's a sexy unit. Now, Prime Train and the life of that. Where do you see it? Going. What's the goal? Where do you want
I
to
want
go?
a
with
million
it?
followers.
Yep.
That's what I want. And I also want a blue tick.
Oh, mate.
Don't we all?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that the great thing, and something we were talking about before with freedom and having your own business, is the potential of it is however big you want it to be. So you have the potential to make it as big, as much work that you put in for it. It can be as big, and the income that you get from it can be as big as you want. So I think that's the best thing about having a business is you kind of set how big you want it to be and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure you get the same with 9 to 5 kind of thing.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it is as big as you want it to be, isn't it? Like dream on. And as you said before, mate, like one video goes viral and you're sweet.
Changes
like
your life.
if you're listening at home and you're thinking about doing this, make that video. Like fuck what people think. Just get out and do it, bro.
Did
like
you get any from the boys? Like, let's just say your mates. Did they ever say like, "Oh, like you're a flog for posting these videos at the start"?
Not too much. Nah, not too much. I think, mate, bulk shit was talked behind our backs. Like, no doubt. Not worried at all. Fair enough. Honestly, if someone did it as well, I'd be talking bulk shit behind their back. What a loser.
Well, that's the thing. Like, because the boys were sending in a group chat. They're like, I hate prime training. They suck. They're the worst.
Yeah.
And then like 1 week later, I had like 20,000 followers.
Love it.
then they're like, we love you, bro. Like,
Totally
how do we get a
understand it.
program? Like,
Mate,
well, shut up, mate.
Best thing was, I mean, one of my very close mates, Jesse, like we were at the ESPY the other night and Gab and I uploaded a story for the ESPY and got like a pretty fucking fat drink card. So free drinks. And it's like, everyone's talking shit until they get on the free drinks card.
Yeah.
Not that Jesse ever spoke shit. He's been very
Shout
good
out
about
Jesse,
it.
who we do love.
Yeah,
We
we
love
do love
Jesse.
Jesse. But it's so funny. It's like, everyone hates it until like you see the benefits.
Yeah, exactly.
Until you're skipping lines.
That's the thing, yeah. Until you start skipping the lines and you're going in with all the boys. Like, you're going in with Titch and those boys tonight. Titch is coming over tonight for a beer. Like,
That's
like,
Tom Mitchell
mate,
for everyone wondering.
sorry, for everyone that's playing along at home. The lifestyle that changes is, it's crazy. God, that sound makes me
Wet.
Are you good at whistling from the country?
Yeah, good. Very good at whistling. I can round up sheep and stuff.
Anyone who can't whistle, red flag. That's an ick.
Yeah.
What's
it's like,
your? Oh, you did a podcast already on icks and stuff, hey?
Yeah. I reckon we get into that for part
Icks
2.
for blokes.
Yeah, icks for blokes.
So this potty, I mean, this is meant to be our serious section, part 1. We're going to do a part 2.
God, how more rowdy is part 2?
We're going to get pretty filthy.
Are we going to discuss some of the saucy stories between? Because if you guys don't, obviously you guys don't know. Like only I really know. But there are some ridiculous stories.
The
like
first time that Lou and I met is crazy. It's
like
I don't think
we're talking girls. We're talking
Beers.
no clothes on. We're talking
no, not too much. We have to guess what it is for part 2.
Yeah, you guys have to guess. All right, like there's going to be some outrage.
Yes.
How about? Are you comfortable to talk about the stories about particular AFL players, girlfriends, perhaps you've been with? Would you be comfortable to speak on that?
Yeah, I'm comfortable to speak.
All right, there's going to be some outrageous stories in part 2.
Some of the stuff that goes on behind closed doors.
We're going to get into it.
Behind the closed doors, some of the things that goes on in the sport world, the athlete world, our world, you wouldn't even have any idea.
Oh, mate. And we've been lucky enough. We've kind of got the key to it now, Gab. Like when we go out, you meet these people. Even last night we were out, we met, the whole of Essendon Footy Club. And it's like, oh, brother, we got some stories from that as well.
They're coming up to us and they're like high five and stuff like 9 to 5. It's kind of like, you've made
Let's
it.
not give them too much, guys. Let's keep
All right,
it
well,
business.
we have been, I mean, do you have anything else?
Nah.
I think, we've been exiting with a song. Cool. And today, this song is by, is it going to work for me?
You
It is.
need to
Do you need me
connect.
to do
You
it?
probably need to connect to the UE boom, dude.
Yeah, just hit that thing. Thank you. So we have been exiting with a song.
Cool.
This is Vienna by Billy Joel, one I've actually really liked lately. It's
Shout
a
out
chiller.
to Billy.
And you can pick the next song for the part 2. So,
thank you.
ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the podcast. Thanks so much for listening. We
you
are
guys.
going to do a huge part 2.